So, good afternoon for the honorable educators and good afternoon everyone who's watching this video. My name is Yesika Tarigan and I come from Senior High School up to Sampit, Central Kalimantan. So, let me tell you, our motion for today is this host who prefers the strategy of pushing for institutional reform to address police abuse and misconduct rather than defunding the police. So, before I'm going to my argument, I would like to rebut the Prime Minister things. So the Prime Minister said that people are going to take justice into their hands to justify the police. But here, I would like to tell you, do you can guarantee that this can solve the problem? I don't think so. I don't think that institutional reforms can solve the problem about the police abusement. I think that defunding the police is a better way to give the deterrent effect for the police, because there is no guarantee that the pushing of institutional reforms can guarantee to solve the problems right now or for the future. Because I think that it's not can help the problems. I just think that it can make the problems getting worse, or can create a new problems. So the second one, the Prime Minister team said about the LSM and the socials and etc. So I think it's not fair, ladies and gentlemen, because the people who including it in the social and institutional reform can make something that we not know in the future. So it can be not fair for the police, and then I just think, like I've said before, there is no guarantee that this can solve the problem. Even this can create new problems. It can create the problems getting chaos, like, because there's too many people involved, there's too many people's hands involved on this case, so there's no guarantee the problem will solve. So move to my arguments. So our motion as the positive, as the negative thing is this host prefer defunding the police department rather than pushing for institutional reform. So our team, like the leader of opposition, is I do believe that defunding the police institutions is better than posing for government institutional reforms to solve and justify police misconduct and brutality. So let me tell you why I absolutely disagree with these motions. Why I agree to defunding the police than support and pushing the institutional reform, because one, our status quo right now is enough. We can take an example in United States of America. Right now, America in critics conditions, how Indonesia in an urgent situations. There's too many problems. For example, about the lives Black Matter, how chaos America is. So the problems America already applied the defunding of the police. This is improved. Our status quo right now is enough, ladies and gentlemen. So why we have to create new institutional reform? Because it just can make new problems. So, for example, why I more agree to defunding the police, because one, in United States, because the case of lives Black Matter, it may create economic problems. So defunding the police, it can help to support other things rather than give the money for funding the police. It can help to solve about the problems, economic problems. So I would like give you an example. Even though just because one police make the problem, so we can let them go and forgive about what they do, and then we can forget about what they do in the past, so we can see in the future again. It's not like that, because they can't do anything, because there is no strict punishment. That's why defunding the police, it can be a strict punishment for the police. So the police who make the problems or under the police will know about the deterrent effect if they do brutality and misconduct. So because if we don't give a strict punishment, the problems that can case by one police, it can be a bad example. Because there is no punishment that can give the deterrent effect for the police. So that's why I think the pushing to institutional reform, I think it's not a better solution, ladies and gentlemen. The defunding the police, it can be the good way and better solution rather than talking and thinking about what the institutional reformations. And like I already mentioned to all of you guys, that institutional reform doesn't guarantee that it can solve the problems about the brutality and the police problems. Otherwise, it can make and create a new cases, and it can create more chaos, more bias, more prejudice, and anything that not good anymore. So that's why I more believe to support the defunding of the police. And because why I say like that, defunding of the police is a good solution, is a better rather than just thinking about the institutional reform, because it can give the deterrent effect. That's why if we compare from the institutional reform and the defunding the police, I do believe that defunding the police, it can give you for deterrent effect for the police. So because we can see that the case about the police brutality is not the first time, so we have to see about what the that's gonna be happen in the past or in the future. We can see, because this is not the first time the police brutality. So we have to make sure that the punishment for the police brutality and misconduct can be a strict punishment, so the same thing's not gonna happen in the future again. So that's why, based on the point that I already mentioned to all of you guys before, so I do believe that defunding the police, it's more better than just think about the institutional reform, because institutional reform doesn't guarantee can solve the problem about the police brutality. Furthermore, the defunding the police can give the deterrent effect for the police, so the same things, the bad things that do from the police not gonna happen again in the futures. I think that's all for me. Thank you.